guys. So first half, second half, in terms of turnovers and offense. Your defense pretty much saw the entire night, but the turnovers and offense kind of a night and day difference between first and second half. Did somebody say something in a halftime? Was Coach mad? Was it another example of Fisher steaming, or what was the deal?
Coach Fish wasn't steaming today. Turnover started with me, for sure. I turned it over twice in the first half, and then I think it kind of rippled effect. But we came in the locker room, and we talked about the TOs, and we said we wanted to keep it down this half. 1 or 2 TOs. Coach Fish wrote that on the board, but he wasn't too mad about it. Our defense was solid tonight, so that's all we can lean our hat on.
How do you go about cutting down turnovers?
I think when we had less turnovers in like the Air Force game, the previous one before that, I think we just were more focused, trying to take care of the ball. I think the past 2 games I know for myself, I've been playing very fast. Today, we had a couple travel calls. We thought that weren't good calls, but don't want to call out the refs. But we just gotta focus more and just keep trusting our teammates. I think that's the main thing we're doing. We're passing it to each other, but we're not catching it sometimes. And
not calling out any specific ref, but have you guys been in any game with that many travel calls? I know I haven't been in any game like that.
No, I thought, back in LA, I just heard the cheerleaders traveling. Woo, woo, where you think you going? I just kept playing that over and over in my head. I never seen so many travels in the game.
Question for either one of you guys. Obviously, defense is a trademark, but when you look up and they got 16 points with 16 minutes to go, I mean, that's got to be
16?
a shock to you guys.
They had 16 in the second half? Whew.
Kind of feels good. At first, you don't really notice it because we're just kind of so locked in. But then, you kind of check the scoreboard and you realize we're up by so much. But I think overall we did a pretty good job of staying locked in and focused.
Especially when you got Coach Hudd on the sideline. He's not letting anything slide.
I think Winston mentioned yesterday how you guys could really take advantage in terms of rebounding, offensive rebounding. You guys had a lot of cutbacks. Was that basically the emphasis, especially for a guy like you, Spencer? You had a pretty big cutback dunk in the second half.
I don't think we want to give up our secrets, but we just like to play aggressive on the offensive boards. You good, Sky?
We've talked about it, and Coach has said this a few times, that if you guys shoot, you're going to play defense, but if you shoot, you're a pretty good team. Is this second half kind of some glimpses of what you guys could do to teams?
Yeah, the ball movement. First half, we couldn't really get out on a break because they were hitting shots and we were kind of stagnant. So they were coming down and just stuck in that zone the whole time. And in the second half, we got stops and we were rebounding and we were running the floor. I mean, we got stallions on the wing. We got Quinn, Malik, Skylar running the floor, Angelo. I mean, once those guys get out and run, we're a good team. And when we play off our stops on defense.
Sky, it seems like you had a really effective game tonight on both ends, on offense and defense. Just sort of talk about how you thought your night was.
I thought it was pretty good. I think in the past few games, I've been kind of slow on the offensive end, and I kind of wanted to pick myself up without kind of disrupting the flow of the game. And I think I did a better job, just taking my time. The past I was thinking too much. So overall, I think I had a pretty good game.
He don't want to tell y'all he been in the gym. That's why.
Scott, how far out did you recognize that rebound when you took off for the rim?
I think I was just about at the free throw line. I was kind of trailing the play, and I was just at the right spot at the right time. That doesn't happen every day. And I took advantage of it.
Sky, your teammates have called you before the season. They called you the most improved player on the team, and a lot of it was in areas that maybe fans don't really see: footwork and quickness, your body. Do you feel like people maybe are starting to see that, or has it been frustrating for you that you feel like you're improved, but maybe fans can't see the improvements?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit of both. Cause I felt, in the summertime, I worked real hard on a bunch of little small things that some people who don't really pay attention, they wouldn't really notice that I feel I worked on, and then I would get a chance in the game, and sometimes I would just kind of move too fast, and then so to like a regular fan, they just think that I haven't been working, but I kind of just slip up on my opportunities. So I think I'm starting to catch up, and everything's starting to fall in place.
What are some of those little things you worked on?
Little small things like taking your time, having vision, positioning on the post. Little things that there's a lot of players who don't really work at that could help me get an extra few points a game.
Have you seen those things, AQ?
Wait not to give up your secrets, big fella.
You seen those things, AQ? You recognize them?
Yeah, he sees the ball. I mean, he's been seeing the ball on defense, but on offense, this year it's not a lot of pick and roll for Skylar to, roll and get those dunks like last year. But I mean, he's starting to pick it up for real. He was in the gym all week. I mean, Skylar's just getting better every game. I hope it's starting with this one tonight.
Talk a little bit about Malik Pope. It seemed like every time he got out on the floor, there was just a whole different energy with you guys and energy in the crowd. Can you just kind of talk about that?
And Malik got a certain aura about himself when he get out there on the floor. He's a young cat. He's ready, full with energy. I mean, every time he gets the ball off a rebound, he's pushing it. And then when we know he has the ball, everybody runs because they know he might pass on the ball or he might make a spectacular play. I mean, he raises up for those dunks, and everybody's like, oh. But he's very talented. I mean, that whole class is talented, not just him. It's going to be a tough SDSU team in the future.
Yeah, does it make you excited to be able to tune in, come back, and just see how this team's going to be?
Man, I can't wait to be an alumni and come back and watch these NBA born-ready players.
How big a weapon is that to be able to bring a guy who can score like that off the bench?
Man, he's a hawk. I know you see him out there. But when you first see him, he kind of looks skinny, kind of like Kevin Durant. They got like the same smooth game to him, nice little jumper. But it's definitely a weapon. He's very talented, very, very talented. And he's just getting more confident each game. And it's starting to show.
It's always kind of been said that if you want to play here, you got to play defense. You guys come here liking to play defense, or is it you better play defense or else?
I mean, when I first came here, I saw up and down play. It wasn't like the stops, but when you get into the system, that's why they're running up and down like that. And then, I mean, I was watching the Fab Five growing up, and I remember even then, Jalen Rose and them, they was like running up and down, and Coach Fish just let you hoop. I mean, honestly, that's what you want to play like when you get out there on the floor. You want to play like you at the park. I mean, he lets you make mistakes. He doesn't yank you out real quick. So when you playing like that, not looking over your shoulder, it's pretty fun.
Seems like one of the loudest cheers tonight, the biggest reaction from the bench was when Michael knocked down the three in the end. What's it like as teammates to be able to see the scout team get out there and have some fun?
It's real fun, Those are our guys. The fans, they don't really see the work that they put in. We're always going against them, always all week, and sometimes they even score a couple points on us, make us look bad. So they get us ready for every game. So when they finally get a chance to come out there and make a shot like that, it's real big. I don't know if anyone really truly understands, but it's real big for them and it's big for us. And I'm really happy when they're out there and they get the score.
It's a real family here. I know a lot of teams preach that around the country, but we really a family on and off the court. We laugh together. When people are injured, we hurt together. But just going back to last year, I remember Sky and X were doing a wheelbarrow last year when they got in, when our scout team got into the game. So we just get excited every time they're in the game, man. It's fun.